What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
Russ stuff. We tried to warn you, Denver.
Trying to draw the foul. Nuggets have numbers here. Reporter wide open. Give it to Jokic, and Jokic scores with a foul attached. With the little touch shots, Joker's. George Jr. been around the block. He's 6th NBA team. Westbrook, no, got it back. Put it up and in! Russell Westbrook did not give up.
Playing well with Denver for what he's doing.
He won't when it matters. He won't.
5 starters, as Bob said. 1-point game, under 3 to go. Jokic fakes the 3, dishes. Westbrook serves it in. Here is Murray, down 1 in game 1. 25 seconds. Westbrook a 3. You bet! How about them apples?
We talked about Batum stepping back in. Nuggets by 3. Powell can hit the 3 also. Westbrook breaks it up, and it's going to be Nuggets basketball. And you know what? Oh my gosh. The Clippers don't have a timeout.
He has not been able to contribute to winning basketball in nearly a decade.
That's one.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
21 points off the bench. Intercepted. Russell Westbrook. And he puts it away. Really bad pass by Dunn. I tell you what, Russell right here is going, I got to make sure it goes in. Exactly right. This is the second. Gordon's got 20. Fourth. Look out below. There he goes again. That's going to be a technical foul, and Westbrook doesn't care. And he's saying, yeah, tee me up. Go ahead. Go ahead. One more look. Just a great steal. He knows. And look. Yeah, Zuby got picked. Watch Westbrook, how long he hangs on this. He wanted emphasis. Porter. No good. Westbrook's got it under the and he knocks the stuffing out of the rim. Boy, if the reserves can give you anything. Now, corner 3, and Westbrook. Corner move over there, kind of let Batum just stand in the way. 42-32 is our score. Westbrook's feeling he's going to launch another one. That's good, too! He's in double figures with 10 points. You see Murray with a 16 on 7 of 9. Now Westbrook's in the lane, and he scores again. Zubats was 6 points in this quarter. But what Russell Westbrook says, well, let me do you a little better. That's my 10th. Well, it's a Westbrook off Westbrook. Well, Westbrook's got to cut to the bucket if he can. Tried to shoot under to Porter. Porter there brushing his teeth, and they rewarded him.
I'm telling you, he will be a net negative on winning playoff games. You can't fix him.
Are you sure?
Russ, 4th player ever with 15 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals in a Game 7. Here he is, reiterating his role.
My job for this team is to bring my energy, bring my competitive spirit, nature, whatever that may be. I think I told y'all this after Game 1. Excuse my language for my kids at home, but to go in and up. And that's what I did. Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
The Denver Nuggets have put away the Los Angeles Clippers, and Russell Westbrook has been a huge part of the Nuggets' success in this Round 1 Best of 7 series. The Russell Westbrook Revenge Tour moves on. Back to crush these false, fake, biased media narratives, not just mainstream media, social media as well, constantly berating, diminishing, and disrespecting Russell Westbrook's contributions. It's funny. He's been nothing but sensational for the Rockets. A diamond, a jewel, treasure, gold, no pun intended. For the most part, all season long, while Russ was balling with the Denver Nuggets. Him and Nikola Jokic thriving together, absolutely thriving. And they went on a nice hot streak and looked unbeatable, almost unbeatable, when Russ went into the starting lineup. Denver fans were yelling for Russ to start over Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray was in a slump at the time. Russ gets injured. Russ comes back, drops back down into the role player position off the bench. Not a big deal for him. He's willing to do whatever the Nuggets need. And Coach Malone at the time, and continues to play well. These types of people, Nick Wrights, Shannon Sharps, the Skip Baylesses, those kinds of guys that are on these major networks, didn't hear a word from them all season long. All the good games he had, the great games he had, the great moments, the game-winning moments he had, they didn't say anything. They would wait for him to have a bad moment or a bad game and then get up on their platform and trash him and then make it sound like he's been doing that all season and he's a cancer. It's the most ridiculous shit I have ever seen in my life. You see, those kinds of people, specifically the Nick Wrights and the Shannon Sharps, more than anybody, they want Russ to fail so bad in Denver because it hurts them. It burns their soul that Joker is making it work with Russ and it looks fabulous, whereas LeBron James couldn't make it work with Russ. And they always say LeBron James is the guy that can make anybody better. LeBron James could take broken crayons and use condoms to an NBA Finals. So naturally, when it doesn't work with Russ got scapegoated. They blamed Russ for everything, called him a cancer on the team. Goes to the Clippers, looks much better. Goes to the Denver Nuggets, looks even better than he did on the Clippers. And they are seething to see Joker capitalize with Russ, make it work. Symphony, synergy, energy, collective basketball minds and skills come together and they make a great tandem. They really do. They want nothing more for them to fail to justify the Lakers' woes and problems when they had Russell Westbrook, and also keep LeBron James ahead of Nikola Jokic because they don't like where Joker's career is heading right now. Anything seen to challenge LeBron James's career or legacy, they're not about that. And they don't want that to happen. It's disgusting how they treat this guy. It really is. They'll sit here and call him a loser, call him not a winner, call him this, call him that, but they won't cast that same type of shade on other players, even at his position that's never won a championship. They'll say they're winners. And Russ has had more success than those guys. What are we talking about? But I digress. Oh, boo. You never talk about Russ's bad games. You only come up here and talk about it when he has a good game. Well, I know that. And I will continue to do that. You know why? Because these guys will come up here with all the energy in the world to tear him down when he plays bad. But when he plays good, they don't feel the need to get up on their platform and speak glowingly of him and keep it consistent. So if they're not keeping it consistent, I'm not keeping it consistent because I have to be here to balance their bullshit. Because if you know me and you know my channel, I have no problem calling out the good, calling out the bad about any player, any team. It doesn't matter. It's about integrity. Russell Westbrook has been a very important piece to this team all season long, not just the playoffs. He has been their best defensive player all season long. He has been a catalyst. He has been a energizer. He has been a spark plug. He has been a playmaker and a facilitator. He has been a disruptor. He has shown leadership. He has been the ultimate team player, doing whatever the coach asks and whatever the team needs from him. He steps up to the plate. He gets it done most nights. He doesn't cheat the game. He plays his heart out. He leaves everything out on the floor. I swear this guy pulls from a infinite energy source somewhere. I don't know how he's still playing at such a high speed from beginning to end at his age. There's something inside of him that just keeps that motor going with the ultimate drive, and it's incredible. Yes, sometimes that drive, sometimes that motor can put him in hot water sometimes. Yes, sometimes it causes him to make mistakes. Yes, but you got to take the good and the bad. And this season especially, there's been far more good than there has been bad that's come with Russell Westbrook. And Nikola Jokic realized that. That's why Joker said, I want that guy. I see these other guys scapegoating him, but I know basketball. I see what Russell Westbrook can bring to a team, specifically our team. Bring that guy to me. LeBron won't back him up. LeBron throwing him under the bus. Let me show you how somebody really makes teammates better. Let me show you how to really understand how to properly utilize players. He's always prepared, and he's always ready to play and give it his all. What more can you ask from somebody? See, I don't want the guy that has all the skills and all the talent in the world, but from game to game, you have to wake him up to get out there and give it his all. I don't want that guy. I want the guy where occasionally I have to tell him, dude, I need you to turn it down a little bit. I can tell you want it a lot. You want it so much, but just dial it down a little bit. That's the guy I want. I'd rather the guy that's always going to bring it, and then I deal with the consequences that might come with that, than the guy that I don't know if he's going to bring it every game. And waking him up early to go to school and catch the school bus is a nightmare. Yeah, the hell with that. The Russell Westbrook revenge tour moves on. It does. And now that my Lakers are out, I'm rooting for the Denver Nuggets to win it all because I want Russell Westbrook to win a championship, to put a nail in the coffin for all the naysayers about this guy. Put the nail in the coffin. I don't care if he's no longer a superstar player. I don't care that he's no longer an all-star player. I don't care that he's not the driving force to winning a championship team. But he is a major contributor to winning right now. And I would love for him to win a championship. Absolutely. I will never forgive the Lakers and LeBron James for what they did to Russell Westbrook. I will not. But like I said back then, I also blame Russell Westbrook for even signing with the Lakers because he should have known what was going to happen, because we see it happen so many times when people go to join the LeBron James team as a third option. You're going to get scapegoated and you're going to get diminished and your role is going to change. I was mad when he signed. I always wanted Russ on the Lakers. But with LeBron James, I was like, this is not what I wanted. Not with LeBron James on the team. This is going to look bad for Russ. And they're going to scapegoat this guy. Sure enough, it happened. I digress. The teammates love him. All the Nuggets teammates love him. Joker loves him. Coaches love him. And he is a fan favorite in the city. The Denver Nuggets fans love this guy. And I love watching Denver Nuggets games and Russ checks in, the standing ovation and the loud roar from the crowd that comes with it. I love to see it. I really do. Because the last couple years, especially with the Lakers, this guy has been getting raked through the coals. So in my opinion, he deserves it. It never stops. You can't escape the BS. You can't. Russell Westbrook has had a very strong first round playoff series and has been wonderful for the Denver Nuggets. In his first game, he was huge. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. In his second game played, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. In his third game, if you remember, he only played 9 minutes. He got hurt, he was hobbled, and eventually he left the game and wouldn't return. So he only had 3 points, 1 rebounds, 1 assist in that game. He would miss the following game because of an injury, and then would come back. And in his return game, he had 21 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Game after that, he had 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. And then the pivotal Game 7, do or die, go hard or go home. Russell Westbrook delivered for the Denver Nuggets. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals, applying defensive pressure at a high level all night long. Now, if you're into plus minus, you might look at Russ's plus minus for the series and see that he is a negative 14. And I promise you, Westbrook detractors will bring that up when they try to diminish what he did in this series. But like I said with everything else, it requires context. Now, if you go to that game I talked about earlier, where I said he got hurt, he was hobbled, he only played 9 minutes, that is where most of his negative value comes from in that plus minus. For that game, he had a negative 16. So if you remove that game where he was hobbled and hurt, played 9 minutes, Russell Westbrook has a positive 2 on the series for plus minus. But even plus minus at its core requires context. Not only that, Russell Westbrook in this series has been one of the more consistent players in their role and responsibility on a game-to-game basis. He pretty much brought it every single game he played or was healthy. No question about that. I think Westbrook's importance to the team is understood by people that understand basketball and understand what Russ brings, but what the detractors fail to understand or ignore is his role with that bench is everything for the Nuggets. When you consider that the Nuggets don't play most of those players on the bench at all in meaningful minutes, you will only see those guys in garbage time blowouts. That's it. Russell Westbrook is literally responsible for like 90% of the Nuggets bench production. I think people fail to understand that. He's holding that bench down single-handedly by himself. So that is a lot of weight on his shoulders to support the starting lineup and the rest of the ball club. The Nuggets bench is super thin, and it's gotten thinner as the season has waned on. The starters play a lot of minutes. They log heavy time. So Russ's contributions for getting people rest, either as a playmaker or to a slightly lesser degree scoring option at times, is massive. They need that. Look at this box score, for example, from Game 6 of the series. Look at the bench production. Look how much Westbrook does. Even more glaring than that, look at Game 5. I'm not going to go through and run through every game to prove a point. Just know that it's pretty much consistent. Every game Westbrook has played, he's pretty much carrying the entire bench with him. Enough is not said about that. And the people on mainstream media, they won't talk about that. Specifically, they won't talk about that. They won't. And I'm curious as to what they're going to say Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, whichever show we're talking about, if they're going to give this guy the credit he deserves. Or they're going to gloss over it slightly or not bring it up at all. But the minute he has one bad turnover, one bad play, you better believe front page news. And he's been crashing the boards. You know how many huge defensive rebounds I've seen this guy bring down all season long and in the playoffs? You know how many huge offensive rebounds to keep possessions alive I've seen this guy bring down? The only little guy in there with Big Zoo and other bigs just snatching rebounds, keeping the play alive, putting it back up, passing it out, finding a slasher, whatever. Come on, man. The dude's a baller, man. He's a baller. Is he the most skilled point guard ever? Absolutely not. But he finds a way to get it done. He carves his niche. That's for damn sure. It's not always pretty sometimes, but it's heart, it's grit, it's hustle, and he has a major impact on winning, especially for this Denver Nuggets team. You cannot argue that with me. You cannot. If you think otherwise, you're just wrong. Sorry, that's just how it is. This isn't me talking out of my ass. Anybody with two eyes should be able to see this.
Open your eyes! Russ, after game one, you had a great game in game one. We said it looked like the Clippers were sort of daring you to beat them with how much room they would give you on your outside shots. And you said, we'll talk about that after we get the job done and we win. So you got the job done and you won. Would you like to talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, we can talk about it. What you want to talk about?
Did you take that as a personal challenge, or did you take any offense to the way they defended you?
No offense. I think they believe that was their best bet of stopping me or taking me out of the series. But one thing that nobody knows and that I work my ass off. So regardless of what anybody do, I'm always prepared, and I will be prepared for anything because I prepare myself for everything. And like I said, after game one, if they continue doing that, I'm going to make them pay. And I don't know what I shot for the series, but somebody has told me. How much? Damn, that's solid. I guess, it didn't work out so well for them.
The Russell Westbrook Revenge Tour moves on. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I catch you on the next one. We out, baby.